All right, welcome back to another mindfulness meditation, guided meditation this week. And as usual, these are running live on noon on Saturdays, every Saturday, in my personal Zoom room, 410-083-4958. And I'm also, you may be watching this on YouTube already, but I'm also going to be uploading these to my personal YouTube channel too. So feel free to share with others, as well as I'm also, if you want to know where you can view these, let me know, and I'll get you hooked up with all of them, or at least the ones that I have up on the YouTube, and then I can also point you in the direction of the ones that are on the 21 Boom page on the Vimeo, and link you up with those emails. So without further ado, I want to go into just kind of talking about a little bit about mindfulness, of course. And think about it, that mindfulness is being aware of bringing attention to this moment in time, deliberately and without judging the experience, which is going to be our main focus for today. And by reconnecting with these simple moments in life, by truly living moment by moment, it's possible to rediscover a sense of peace and enjoyment. And mindfulness is a new way of being if you're not used to doing it on a daily basis. It's a new way of experiencing life. When it comes to pain, it doesn't necessarily mean that we can heal all ills, but what it will do is change our perspective on discomfort and open new possibilities for moving from just being and struggling back towards adventurous living. You learn to live around the pain rather than focus on it all the time. Pain anywhere in your body, it might retreat into the background of your awareness at times, while you focus on your breath or listen to the sounds around you. We have started to understand that mindfulness practice may prevent us, or at least enhance our immunity to sickness and also towards unhappy and negative states of mind. But it could also return our awareness to more of a childlike curiosity that we all had when we were younger. We may experience once again the wondrous qualities of natural life, like a blade of grass or clouds in the sky, the taste of a delicious strawberry, the importance of surrounding yourself with friends and others who deeply care for you. We remember all of a sudden that it is these little moments that are the true wonders of being alive. These glimpses of joy really matter because they connect us to life rather than split us from it. A Zen saying goes, when you drink, just drink. When you walk, just walk. Mindfulness practice, if regularly observed, can not only change the biochemistry of our body, but also change the brain structurally. The title of happiest man on the earth has been given to a man by the name of Matthew Ricard, a Buddhist monk with a PhD in biology. He has a much smaller control center, his amygdala, than other humans, and can endure being in an MRI scanner for a couple of hours. Once, when he came out of a scanner, having gone through 3 long meditations while being observed, he is supposedly to have said that the experience was almost like a nice retreat. His shrunken amygdala also helps him not to blink when there is a loud noise close by. He is also known as Mr. Calm, but he does still mindfully check a road before crossing it. This also can help us increase our daily gratitude. With this growing of awareness, we subconsciously also increase our gratitude and compassion. And this is also proven by looking through studies on the brain with the fMRI as well. Appreciation occurs when we begin to realize what we have been gifted with. And loving kindness, which we've done meditations of within the past and have used in our practice, reconnects us to others in a win-win attitude. We start to focus on positive thoughts and perceptions, and for a while, we let go of our fearful, anxious brain pattern. In fact, every action we engage in can become a daily meditation, a slowing down and an appreciation of life. And it seems so simple in some ways that it's embarrassing to even say that this is an area of study. We need only remember that we were children who gazed at the sky at the drifting clouds. There was nothing to do, nothing to achieve. There was no notion of time nor any guilt for wasting it. Time and guilt are concepts we learned about much later in life. So let's go into our meditation now and find an upright, dignified posture. So make sure if you need to, support your spine. Make sure you're comfortable. And sitting with dignity, neither upright and rigid like a soldier, nor slumped over. You're sitting in this way, and it helps you by sitting in this posture to be focused and aware of any sensation as it arises, and connects you with this sensation. Things such as temperature, sound, or your breathing, for example. As an anchor of awareness to prevent your mind from roaming around and ending up in some anxious train of thought. No. Begin by focusing on your breathing. And if you haven't yet, softly close your eyes. And then, now with your eyes closed, allow the sounds that you're hearing to enter your awareness and to let them pass. Like clouds passing by in the sky, sounds from near and far, coming and going. Letting go of the mind's tendency to label the sounds, like a car, a bird, and so on. Because as soon as we label, we tend to get involved in stories, which trigger our thinking brain rather than our feeling brain. All you need to do is be present to sound. You may notice that your hearing becomes more focused, and that other brain activities seem to move into the background of your awareness. And at other times, you may also notice thoughts arising. And of course, this is the nature of the mind. It tends to get busy, even when we don't want it to. So whenever you notice the mind wandering, gently, non-judgmentally, return your awareness to simply listening. Now you may notice that time seems not to matter any longer. Your breathing may get longer and deeper too. But even if nothing happens and you think you are just sitting here, that's okay. Each of these practices unfolds differently, and each person is unique. But know that there is no right or wrong way to practice mindfulness. Now let's focus our attention on the sensations where your body is in contact with whatever you may be sitting on or lying down, and explore these sensations and simply feel into your body. And just let the breath breathe itself. Bring your attention to your chest and belly, feeling them rise gently on the in-breath and fall on the out-breath. Be with each breath for its full duration. You may even notice a short pause after each breath, and also that each seems to have a life of its own. Minding the breath can be like taming a wild horse. The aspiration is to tame it with kindness and without breaking its spirit. And again, your mind may wander, thinking, daydreaming, planning, or remembering, and lose touch with your breathing. And that is okay. And simply notice what it is that takes you away. And then escort your focus back to your belly and the feeling of breathing. And it's just as valuable to become aware that your mind has wandered and bring it back, the breath as it is, to remain aware of the breath. Because after all, only a person being mindful will ever notice the wandering nature of the mind. Now allow each in-breath to enter your body and expand for its full duration. Don't force anything, just allow your body to breathe itself. Then after a natural break, breathe out the out-breath for its full duration until it comes to a natural end. then bring your mind to focus on some type of loss. It may be health, friendship, or partnership. The death of somebody close. And then gently say to yourself, whatever it is, and here's where you'd fill in your own loss, your own personal loss verbally, or as an image. Whatever it is, let me feel it. Just start with a very simple phrase or image and just hold this in your awareness. And be with it, feeling, seeing the loss, facing it, even if it is painful. But don't pretend it is not there. You may only be able to do this for a minute or two. Now, let go of the thought or image and return to the simple breath of life. Taking a mindful approach to pain or loss means initially accepting what is. And the Buddha told this story of the two arrows to his visitors, and this is one of my own personal favorites. Life often shoots an arrow at you and wounds you. However, by not accepting what has happened, by worrying about it, by saying it is unfair and wondering how long the pain will last, we tend to shoot a second arrow into the open wound and increase and prolong the pain. Pain is often a given, but suffering is optional. And on that note, you can gently wiggle your fingers, your toes, and start to open your eyes again. And just let your awareness start to take back in the room that you've been in this whole time, and your surroundings. And congratulations on taking another step forward in your own personal journey of mindfulness. And whatever you get out of this, one of the main things that a lot of us come into mindfulness is for a lot of focus, but mainly a lot of alleviation of suffering or stress relief. And so when it comes to that area of life, this can be a very beneficial thing to do. And this doesn't, like I said in the very beginning, this doesn't necessarily take away negative feelings or pain in life, because it's always going to be there. And the process of mindfulness is to accept that as a fact of life. And something about that acceptance, and then also the mindful observation of it, and to be able to have anchors to focus your attention on, helps you process a lot of that much more efficiently without any more needless suffering. And that story of the Buddha, that kind of quotation is has always been a favorite of mine, and it's always rang true as someone that is, that practices mindfulness and meditation, and then does these, guided ones once a week, but also someone that is really into Stoic philosophy, where the philosophy is founded on, accept the know what you have control of and accept the things and let go of the things that you don't have control over. And so you always know that, the first arrow that the Buddha talks about is out of your hands, but the second one is in your control, and you can choose whether you are struck again by that second arrow. Thank you for watching this week, and I'll be doing this again next week and for the coming weeks ahead of that as well, as far as I know. So if there's anything that changes, I'll let you know. Thank you. Have a great rest of your weekend.